Hello, viewers. This is Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast in my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to break your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language if you're under 18. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and anything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boonboomger. Sorry, my nose is a bit stuffed up, so basically, if I sound a little bit different, I have a stuffy nose, so basically, sinuses and whatnot. Anyway, let's get into this latest episode. All right, so basically we see Minnow, Shino, and Boo Boo cleaning out Ty's basement, and basically to store some extra stuff in the basement and whatnot, and whatnot. And so basically, while they was cleaning out the basement, they found some drawings of Tyre from Tyre's, childhood that it seemed like Tyre wanted to be a firefighter, when he was little. So basically, they found these drawings of a Tyre, wanted to be a firefighter when he was a kid and whatnot. So basically, Boom Boom was wondering. So this was Tyre's dream goal before he started to help me, fulfill my goal to winning the Big Bang Grand Prix race and whatnot. So anyway, we're somewhere in the alley, somewhere in the city. We see Detroit, Tasa, and Yaya, in this alley, just trying to keep cool and whatnot, because it was a very hot day and whatnot. And basically, Yaya started to freak out and whatnot, and Detroit was trying to calm Yaya down, to cool Yaya off, and that's when they found this empty fire extinguisher, and that's when Tasha said, "I have an idea. What if he use it? What if we turn this empty fire extinguisher into a monster?" And basically, that's what she did. She used her powers, turned the monster, turned the fire into a monster, and basically they started to have a plan to cause some chaos to collect some human gasoline energy. So anyway, with this monster. So anyway, a little later on, we see Boom Boom, at the HQ, in the Boom Boom headquarters, being coy and asking Tyre that what is your number one dream? And basically Tyre was like, he was he was working on one of the boom calls on the computer and whatnot. And basically, Ty said, "My dream is to help you. My dream is to help you win the Big Bang Grand Prix race." And basically, like Ty said, "No, no, 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 no." I'm like, "What is your childhood dream? What is yours? What is your dream?" And basically, like Ty felt like at this point, it doesn't matter what my dream is. So basically, right now, the only dream I have right now, the only dream I have right now is that we win the big Grand Prix and take down the Hashi aliens and what. That's my only goal. And basically, Boom Boom accidentally slam his hands on the computer screens and therefore while Tyler was working on the boom car, he accidentally shut down the computer screens and whatnot by accident and whatnot. So anyway, and Boom just left and just left me like saying sorry for the convenience and whatnot. And basically Tyler is like, okay, that was kind of strange, but this continued, and basically kept on working and got the screen back up and kept on working on the boom car, improving the one of the boom cars and whatnot. So anyway, Meanwhile, at the ISS, at the ISS headquarters, or basically the International Space Agency, we see Agent Saba, talking, having a meeting with Officer Joe, and basically, she was talking about, oh, there's been a lot of suspicious fires going on lately around the city. So basically, I believe, you know. I, be- I have a feeling that I had a feeling that the Hashi aliens are behind these suspicious fires that's been going around, that's been happening around the city lately. So basically, I want you to since you're a cop, I want you to investigate and confirm that the Hashi aliens are behind this. So basically, that's what Officer Joe did. And so basically, after after the meeting was over, Officer Joe went to go investigate, and then he bumped into Gimba. So basically, I don't know how Gimba know about Joe's investigation. So basically, he was in this old Japanese gray robe, like you see old people wear in Japan, like this old short robe and whatnot. He said, he said, Officer Joe, he had a lollipop in his hand, he called himself the candy detective. So basically, I heard about your investigation. So basically, I'm here to help you out. So basically, Joe was like, all right, then fine, screw it. Like, you want to help out, fine. So basically, they started to interview people, people around the city that say, yeah, start to interview people around the city, where these fires started to happen at and whatnot. So basically, it seemed like every fire started at random for some reason. It was technically there was no pattern to once they started to investigate. They couldn't, seemed like it was there was no pattern and whatnot to these fires and whatnot until they started, the Hachiadians being, Detroit, Tasa, and Yaya wearing delivery people shirts, wearing delivery people outfits, and basically just walking towards an apartment building, give away a fire extinguisher to our old lady. So basically, it turns out the scam is turns out the scam was that they're gonna use the fire extinguisher monsters to make these fire extinguishers to set fire to cause fires, and therefore forcing people to scream and whatnot, therefore releasing their gasoline energy. So basically gasoline energy only can be gathered for humans unless they're scared or unless they're scared or mad or some shit like that. So anyway, so basically after Gemma figure out that the fire extinguishers are the cause of the fires going around town, they managed to stop the fire extinguisher to cause any damage, and therefore called the others to help them get out all the fire extinguishers that the hockey aliens were passing through town. So anyway, that was happening. We see Boom Boom on top of the rooftop. Just sitting there, feeling like a bit sad for himself about not or not really not really hoping tired to making his true dream come true. So anyway, so Sakamo and Dijou came through, and basically what the hell is wrong with you? So basically Boom Boom explained that displaying the situation that Tyre's childhood dream was to be a firefighter, and basically ever since I came in his life, my dream became his dream. So basically, I feel a little guilty about that. So basically, like Sakamoto, I see. So basically, you wanna. So basically, like maybe he could help his dream come true. Maybe somehow maybe he can help his dream come true now, in some way. So basically, Diesel and Sakamo, Sakamo, like gave Boom Boom a pep talk, like so basically, like after all, like maybe he could still make his dream come true somehow. If that can help, that can help us that can help us against the hockey alien. So basically, Boom Boom is like gang Diesel and talking about gangs and whatnot, and basically like seems like Diesel is like was kind of asking Sakuma, what's your true dream? And basically like let's just say. This is it hasn't came true yet, and basically, and leave it at that. So anyway, while the Rangers were collecting fire extinguishers around town, Boom Boom started to create a new weapon called the Zoonzoom Fire Blaster. So basically, while the Rangers were collecting fire extinguishers around town, Boom Boom went back to the base and created the Zoom Fire Blaster, and to use against the hockey agents, to use against the hockey aliens, and also making Tyler's childhood dream come true. So basically, after the Rangers collected all the fire extinguishers that the hockey agents passed out throughout the city, the monster was gathering some gasoline energy for all the fires that it caused, and therefore forcing people to scream and giving their energy towards drawing their heaving gasoline energy towards it and whatnot. So anyway, the Rangers showed up with all the fire extinguishers that they collected, and basically they started to do battle with the fire extinguisher monster and whatnot. So anyway, so basically all five Rangers more up and started to battle the monster and a bunch of foot soldiers. So basically they managed to take out the foot soldiers without any problem, but the fire extinguisher monster trapped them in a ring of fire, like this big ass circle of fire, a ring of fire and whatnot, and therefore they couldn't, the heat started to get to them and whatnot, and that's when Boom Violet showed up, Takamo aka Boom Violet and Deidre showed up, and basically he gave help Boom Boom to give the Zoom Zoom Fire Blaster to Tyre, and therefore Tyre transformed into Boom into 119 Boom Red, or rescue Boom Red. So basically, like he's on Lebanese. He had this vest that looks like like a gauges on a fire truck and whatnot. So basically, using this power up forward, he was able to take not only to counter the fire stinker, counter the monster's fire powers, but also was able to extinguish the ring of fire that they was trapped in. So basically, using the power of the Zoom Fire Blaster, he was able to destroy the fire extinguisher monster, and basically like YouTube, Yaya used her beam powers to make the monster grow, and basically use her new beam powers to make the monster grow, and basically so basically the Rangers, so basically Boom Boom and DD transform into the Megazord form. Basically, Boom Boom transformed into his monster Megazord form, and Diesel transformed into his basic Megazord form. And basically, they had a hard time with Fire Monster until Diesel gave his wings to Boom Boom, and therefore formed a new combination called the Winged Boom Boom Monster Megazord. And basically, using the power of Diesel's rings, the Boom Boom Monster Megazord was able to take down down the fire monster and save the day, and basically all the fire extinguishers that the monster created was destroyed and whatnot. So basically, after that, back at the base, Ty was like, Ty was like, so basically that's what, so basically I wanted to get you to making my dream come true. I know I did. I figured that I figured you was acting weird and whatnot. So basically, like, Ty admitted that, he did want to be a firefighter back when he was a kid, but he was kind of not, he was kind of ashamed to say that to Boom Boom, to say that to Boom Boom and meant that to Boom Boom and whatnot. So basically, Ty said sorry for not being honest about what was my true dream before I wanted to help you win that the Big Bang Grand Prix race. So anyway, Boom Boom and Ty made up, and basically the episode ended with Gemma in this weird spotlight, saying that, another case solved, him licking a lollipop, and basically this is how the episode ended on that note. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, my opinion, I thought it was too early to do a power up, because they had not really done a Zoonzoom combination yet. So basically, I thought it was too soon to do a power up in the series yet. I figured, like, they did not so far only. Like so far, only 8 out of the boom cards. There are 16 boom cards. Only four out of the 16 has not been used yet in the series. So basically, we didn't have a super combination yet in the series so far. So basically, like I said, I thought it was too early for a power up, in the series. We did not get I like to see the Super Zord combination come first, then you do a power up later on. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Reviews. 1.